Since I'm on a roll today about domestic matters, marriages, happy homes, happy wife, happy life, BS, I just dropped a video about how not to raise another man's child and staying far away from all of that nonsense. I might as well do the follow up to this is through my years of life and existence, and at the ripe old age of 49 years young, nearly 50, I have not. It's never failed for married men to remind me how lucky I am. Well into my late 20s, early 30s, late, I hit 40, 40 onwards, and now my 40s are almost behind me. It has never failed that married people, particularly married men, have been so jealous of my freedom. My freedom to just be, to just have all this time in my hands and to do whatever the hell I want to do. And this freedom, ladies and gentlemen, is priceless. I would rather make less money and forego 20, 30,000 on my salary and have this. I can't explain to you and tell you how satisfying and gratifying this peace of mind, this space that I'm in, I've always had, what it does to you, what it means to you. As you get older, especially as a guy. Why as a guy? Because as a man, you don't need a whole lot to be happy in life. You don't. If you have a TV, a little couch, and a place to sleep, it could be a mattress on the floor, and a refrigerator. That's it. Your man cave. They call it a man cave for a reason. Because every man needs that space. And once you get married, it's all gone. It's all gone. And I don't care what you say. Even if your wife is signing off your permission slip and saying that's your corner, that's your cave, that's not your cave. She's overseeing all of this in the hierarchy structure, org chart, right? She's got the overview on all of that. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here that she oversees all of this? And you start losing your masculinity, your drive, your testosterone. I've seen this happen over and over and over again. I've had married men ask me, so what are you going to do? You're going to go home? You're going to call your girlfriend? You guys going to go out? Man, it's exciting. Damn, I want your life. Can we switch? Can we switch places for a week? I mean, being a single has got more advantages than disadvantages. But there are moments where it can get lonely. There are moments, I got the gimbal finally catching up to me here. I've been walking 2 miles carrying this. It gets lonely. You tend to look at other relationships and you look at the, you know, situations that are working, and not all of them are a bed of roses. Not all of them, because people often show a lot on the internet, on Instagram, but it doesn't necessarily mean that what you're seeing is true. So I I would 100% forego all of that. I do. Every kiss begins with K and jewelry stuff and proposing and all that stuff. I would give it up. Like, I have no interest in it. And I knew there's something wrong with that whole marriage structure back, even when I was a kid. I knew something was wrong with that whole forever, and I do. I just don't think. I just don't think that one person can be with one person for the entire existence. I think there's. I think I don't think we're designed to work that way. to be that monogamous. I don't think we are. Because if we were, we wouldn't see all this high number of separation, divorce rates, right? Affairs, mistresses, misters, adding, opening it up and adding someone new to the relationship or the marriage, right? We wouldn't have all of these things. We have married people on dating apps. So what am I missing here? What am I missing here? What can I get from a marriage that I'm not already getting now? I'm married to myself. I have the best relationship with myself today. And if I get another girlfriend, which is I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up dating someone new here very shortly. What am I to gain from marriage as a man? What is there in a marriage that I cannot get now? And there's a lot of women that cannot answer that question. There's a lot of ladies that cannot answer that question. And you pair that up with a deadly, outdated tradition, the marriage laws that follow you into your home when you sign that paperwork. You see, you can't walk away. There's no way. You're done. You're done. And that's why these men, they have this lack of light in their pupil. The life force is gone. Some of them have just like, it's like a jail sentence. And I've seen this. I've seen this firsthand. I've even seen this on wedding days. Cold feet, but they do it anyway. Just to be miserable, because it's, once she gets that, the ultimate package, the ultimate deal, you are, that's all that you're done from that point. Your life is not yours. It's, you've handed her the keys to the kingdom. And some ladies may be really triggered this way, but this is not new information for a man to think for himself and be smart about this institution of marriage. It's a transaction. This is a business deal. And it's a really bad business deal for men. Really bad business deal for men. Who you marry at age 21 or 28, let's just say she's 28, and even 21, she's not the same person at 28. And she sure as hell won't be the same person at 35. Life happens, man. This is normal. We change, we grow apart, we drift apart. And having sex with one person for the rest of your life, like, it could be vice versa. She could be looking at the same thing with you. Like, that's the only eggplant I'm going to have. It's just not realistic. So when you get to my age, you kind of realize there's nothing special about that sex, right? And you can disagree with me, but in most cases, now there are good stories. I'm not taking away from that. You are an exception to the rule. I'm not talking about you. So you can make your argument in your case, but just remember, you are 100% right because you have a great story. And that's your story, and I'm not here to take that away from you. But I'll tell you, you're an anomaly. That story is rare, unique, 1 in every 100, 1 in every 200. Most marriages are not like that. And I am speaking from a place of pure truth, proof, seeing divorces over 4 or 5 decades now. And I have seen this since I was a kid, that men suffer quite a bit. Men suffer a lot. Cheating, I think it's normal now. It's a sad state for me to say it's so normal. Like, I'm not even, it's not even funny. It's normal now. Everyone cheats. Everyone cheats. But why stay in a marriage when you already know that, he or she, you have stepped out? Why? Why? And that's the state of affairs. There are people still in marriages where knowingly they are like living like roommates because it's financially feasible and it makes sense. It's cheaper to keep her. Point of all of this is that I enjoy my freedom very much. I have a lot of folks that look at me today, acquaintances and relatives from my, yesterday year that I don't really keep in touch with. And instead of celebrating, I mean, they know I'm doing all right, I'm doing well. But the top question is, oh, he didn't get married. Oh, he doesn't have a kid. Oh, he just he's single. Am I? Am I? When I flip the camera and I shine the lens and the light on their faces and their lives, they're not too hot and heavy where they stand. Their health is going on the downhill. Guys and girls, their stomach is way out there like a freaking barrel. That thing is ready to burst open. They have no regard for their damn health. They look like ish. They've aged horribly. Their kids are all fat. So that goes to show you that there's no education system going on there. Like health is like right here. We are passing through a period right now, my cousins and families and even distant friends that I know in the same circle, acquaintances, where health is going to become an issue. My brother and I, younger brother, he's 45, and he's going to be 46 this year, and I'll be 50. Him and I are paving the way. We are both charting the way in terms of what health, peak fitness should look like at any age, but at this age especially. So why would I want to be married? I'd rather date and have a situationship, which is very normal. Even married people have situationships. Just because you're married and you have a ring on your finger doesn't mean you're faithful, guys. Women cheat more than men, and they're better at hiding it. They have more darker desires than you can imagine. Women initiate divorce 75% of the time. These are statistics you can look up. They initiate the divorce most of the time. They're the first to say, I'm bored. We live in a generation where there are more single mothers than ever seen before. How does this make sense, right? And you're asking me, you're gonna tell me that you should get married, bro? No. A lot of guys will give you that advice because it's like crabs in a bucket. They want to keep you down with them. They don't want to see you roaming around like a wild wolf, right? Today I've become the guy that the married woman wants to cheat on with. I am that guy. But see, today I stay away from sleeping with married women because they can end you. That situation will end your life. People get shot over this crime of passion. People get ended because of all of this. Even as I'm doing this, I have people in my neighborhood who will admire the fact that you make freedom look like a jackpot, because freedom, this is jackpot. This is freedom. You can't put a price to it. I don't want to be locked in a house in a cage with a nagging wife 24/7. Who wants to live with someone, man? Like, I've said this before, like, marriage is not for guys. Like, we don't really look for marriage. We don't wake up and say, I can't wait for my wedding day. That day is so stressful for us, man, because we're giving away our commitment. That is our final card in life. And we hand over the final card. We hand over our nuts in a little box of I do and a wedding band, right? And it's over. You'll never be able to keep her happy. You'll never, ever be able to keep her happy. And like I said, my stories I share on this channel is that my father tried. He died trying, and my mother's still not happy today. And there's something that I really derive from when I see other men, how miserable they are. I try to help them as best as I can. I don't take pleasure from seeing them suffer that way because they're my fellow brothers. But I know in sort of a riddle sentence, they'll tell me they want to get out of it. And this one sentence I'm going to say is just worldwide. She's crazy. When they say she's crazy, say no more. I understand completely what they mean when they say she's crazy. I totally understand what they mean. Because I have been around crazy, and man, dating someone who's crazy versus and marrying someone who's crazy, there is no escape plan. That's it. So you're stuck in that sense You're not going to be able to get out. You won't be able to regain your freedom. You won't be able to do all these things that I'm doing. And I'm trying to show you guys an alternative lifestyle as a bachelor, right? As a single man. Options to date. This one girl I'm talking to right now, we have been friends for a few months. And we agreed that, hey, if something, we both have similar values, it's like, okay, if you date, you have your own place, I have my own place, you keep it separate, there's no need to commingle it, because when we finish with our business, you go home, I go home. If you want to stay a couple of nights or a day, that's fine. But 5, 6 days, 7 for life, no. You're gonna get sick and tired of each other, and this is where boredom creeps in. There's no excitement left, right? You're gonna start looking at other guys and girls and find attraction there. Not so much that they're attractive. You're attracted to that energy. You're attracted to the freedom, that free roaming spirit. We all want to be free. I mean, ladies, don't you all want to be free, right? No one's getting married these days. The jewelry businesses, the jewelry and diamond businesses, like, people are going out of business because marriage is on the decline, birth rates are on the decline. And this is gonna piss people off, but I just don't find today's modern woman marriageable, to be honest. Guys are no better, but we're talking about biology and sexual exclusivity. Y'all, it's just been given away. Everything is monetized. Dating is monetized. OnlyFans, right? By the time she's 29, 28, she's been around the world, now looking for the rescue man to, get her out of that bind. But why would you do that? Is because you are investing into someone who's gonna take you to the cleaners. She's got no value in that sense, man. Whatever she brings after 30, you were not her first choice. That's a desperation move. I'm seeing this. I'm giving you very honest feedback. So, kind of tying all of this up here is, it's better to be single than be stuck in a sexless, toxic marriage. It's all going to go there. No one's really ever happy. Everyone's putting up a front on Instagram for the public to see. Family photos, cute stuff, but it's not really that. The energy is different. And you're going to be miserable. I've been told this many times by my guys, by my boys. Don't do it. Don't have kids. Kids are a blessing, don't get me wrong. But their thing is that if they could go back and change the hands of time, they would not do it. But they've done it. Now they're living through me, and I live through them. There's a pros and cons, guys. You're not going to get everything. There's a price to pay for the choices you make. And the choice I made to remain a bachelor forever paid off. The marriages I thought that were going to stand the test of time are on the brinks of collapse. They're in the final stages. It's just a matter of time. In all of this journey, the health is what I see. Seems to be a common denominator that goes downhill. Like, it's a losing proposition when your health is already on the decline. Some of the people I don't recognize, especially the women. Focus on self-improvement, fellows, my young men and brothers, and keep your options wide open. Don't just narrow it down. There's no need for you to rush and get married and pop the question. If I were you, I'd wait till 38, 39, 40. And if she's on a biological clock and presses you, just show her the door. Find the next one. You have a lot more risk than she does to invest in a marriage. Ask a woman, what does she risk by getting into a marriage versus what she gains by you signing that dotted line signature. She's got everything to gain, and it's not just a matter of if, it's when. When she gets bored and she comes to you and says, I'm not happy. Okay? I'm going to put this gimbal down and get my walk in. Like, I've been walking for about an hour now. And my dog will be done in about an hour, so I'm going to continue walking. I've been fasted for 16, 17 hours now. This intermittent fasting and the walking is money right now. So let me continue. And until the next video, Mamba out.